Councilmember Cooper.
Thank you. It looks like to me we're going to spend $500,000. We've already spent with the ice pigging $300,000 or $400,000. We can buy that. We can buy a truck for somewhere around 100 to 150,000, or excuse me, for $1.25 million. That would have been money well spent if we would have bought the thing. We could have used it every month, week, day, year, years down the road, and keep it clean constantly. We could keep it moving. If you have to have parts, yeah, you're going to need parts. I'm sure it's going to break down. You'll fix it, and you can keep it going. That's how most people drive their cars now. You know, if you got a 70 or 100,000 miles, you put parts on it and keep going. I think we're missing the boat of not looking for, asking the city manager to go back and take a look at this cost analysis of just buying this ice pigging outright where we could do it ourselves. And then we wouldn't be spending $500,000 here for a little hodgepodge is what we're going to do. That's what we're going to be doing, a hodgepodge. So I feel like that we're missing the boat. We're throwing money, good money after more bad money, I guess. And it just doesn't make good sense to me if you're going to spend, you know, $800,000 or $900,000 that we've already going to be spent here in this expense, and we could just go buy it, be done with it, own it. And if we don't use it, we'll let Kissimmee, we'll rent it out to Kissimmee and make some money, or up to Orlando. We can use it, get it used, I'm sure. So I feel like that's one of my pet peeves on this one here, and I think we need to go back and look at this instead of.
That's a separate item from this vote here. Mr. Sturge, would you like to speak to that since you brought it up?
We recommended not buying the equipment, and remember last year, even during COVID, we were doing the ice pigging, and then the company went out of business, Suez, and a gentleman that worked for them actually purchased the vehicle. They're both used vehicles. We wouldn't want to buy one of those. If we did move forward, it'd have to be a new design and find the people that we have to buy those plans from, either Suez or another company.
Either way, I think we could buy something that would be paid for, we own it, we could use it every year or two, in sections that you need to clean and go back and clean, it would be done. That's just a thought.
Councilmember Trace.
Did we ever put together a cost-benefit analysis and a breakdown on that machine? Because it's like buying a fire truck. Yeah, you can buy a fire truck, but you need the whole crew trained, ready to go,
Yes,
staffed, pensions, all that, you know. So I didn't know if we had gone through that.
Mayor, could I ask the Utilities Director
Yes,
to
you
address
may.
that?
Marjorie Craig, Environmental Utilities Director. We did look at purchasing it, as you may recall, and at the time with COVID, the equipment, Suez didn't go out of business so much as they discontinued that part they were purchased and decided not to do it anymore. So we were going to look at purchasing the equipment. It was in Georgia, and we requested that a condition assessment be done. The folks that manufacture it are out of Canada, and because of the quarantines and COVID, we were unable to get the condition assessment done at all. In the meantime, the folks that, or the crew, the lead guy that used to do it for Suez is working for another company, and he has now purchased the equipment, but he's in the process of purchasing it, or has purchased it. So that equipment would not be available, and we were never able to do a condition assessment. Because it uses salt and ice, it's something that can deteriorate. It sat there for months and months and months. And if you do purchase it, I mean, we can come back to you with a cost-benefit analysis, but it does take, you have to have several crews, you have to have, I mean, it's a lot to maintain it. It has to be maintained at least twice a year at a very high expense by the, it's something that, and we think that if we were going to do it, it would be a regional, something you'd want to do regionally, but so far we haven't had.
So is this
A lot
group
of
that
interest.
bought it local, or is it out of?
Out of Melbourne.
Okay, out of Melbourne. So it's not like we're having to pay for a hotel room every time they're here. They can drive back. Okay, so has this been more cost effective than the last time because they kept on upping the price on us every time.
That is
we-
my understanding, that this is much more cost-effective than it was before.
Okay. So if we can run down that analysis,
We
that'd
can
be
do
great.
that.
Marjorie, this looks like, it appears to me that you're either gonna spend some kind of money to repair it and keep it going, or you're gonna have to have dirty pipes that we got now, and we're not getting 100% clean. We're having to go back a second time, maybe even a third. But if you buy something and you've got it here and it sits here every day, you can use it. Takes 3 or 4 employees to run it. I watched it.
Yes.
They can get it done. They
Take
can
a
learn how to do it.
couple-
It didn't look like rocket science to be able to do it. So